Yes, guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another Spurs-related YouTube video and audio podcast. I hope everyone's doing very well again this weekend. 2 videos today. We are bringing you the content. And guys, if you could all do me a massive favor at the start of this video and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and comment below your thoughts on these talking points, including Tottenham having a new captain. HeungMinSon becomes the new Tottenham captain, succeeding Harry Kane. And, of course, today I'm joined alongside the dream trio that is myself, Andre, and Jacko Wacko. How are we doing, lads? Andre, I'll start with you.
Well, it's a bittersweet moment, the start of a new era for sure. And, I mean, we just got to move along, right? That's what Tottenham has done. It looks like Ange, in his video that Spurs have released, it really is just time to move on. And I mean, Bayern already have Kane on the bench. He's ready to play his next game as a new Bayern player. So it's time for us to move on too. We have a game. We have a season to start.
He's firing. He's ready to go. They're 1-0 down as we are recording this. And maybe Harry Kane, my prediction is he's going to come off the bench and score. I don't know that. Just to prove it, guys, it is currently 8:24. So there you go. Let's see. But Jack, how you doing, mate? I've only spoken to you, a few hours ago when we did the preview of Brentford. And guys, if you haven't seen the Brentford preview already, go and check that out after this video and smash a like on that. It would be mostly appreciated. But Jack, how you doing?
James, I'm doing all right. I wish Spurs-related invested in a better host, a funnier host, but you know what? You can't have it all. Only joking. We've got the best in the business here at Spurs-related in Andre and James. But no, I'm doing well, mate. I'm doing well. Still gutted about Harry Kane, but the new era is going to be exciting.
New era is going to be exciting, and guys, this video is going to be exciting as well as we bring you some links to new strikers and that news about HeungMinSon being captain. And today's secret word, I want everyone to do it. 3 minutes in, comment below Sonny, S-O-N-N-Y, and give us your thoughts on why Sonny is the right captain for Tottenham and what you think of the vice captain appointments as well, which we're going to get into. But over to the main man, Andre, for the latest.
Perfect. So everyone's heard it. And I mean, I think, James, in the last video, you called it. Son has become the new Spurs captain. And I mean, he's as Ange would say, he's a good example on and off the pitch. Guy's always smiling, always trying to pass along good vibes, even in the tough games. And you can see he cared. Everyone sometimes talks about how the Carabao Cup isn't much, and he literally shed tears when we didn't win it in that final. Yeah. That's what you want to see. You want to see that passion.
Love it. Love it. Jack, thoughts on this?
I think Son just bleeds Tottenham. I think, how long's he been here now? I remember his debut goal against Crystal Palace. I was there at White Hart Lane. Had a rocky first season, but ever since then, he's just worn that Tottenham badge with so much love, and every time he plays you can tell how much he wants to win. I think it's the best choice we could currently have. I do think he's a leader, probably not your natural type of leader communication wise and telling people what to do, but you can see his passion when he had that argument with Lloris. He wants to be here, he's going to be here, and he needs a stellar season.
Yep, absolutely. And great news for Sonny. I'm buzzing for him. I think it made sense. Not necessarily like you said, Jack. He's not a leader from the back, of course. He's a leader from the front. He captains his country, and he loves Tottenham. And even I've seen some clips when we've scored goals, the players are celebrating in the corner, and he goes over and goes, "Come on, guys, let's get the next goal." You know, he really loves it, and I think it's a good decision. And I think Romero as vice, which we're going to get into now, is also a good decision, along with Maddison, which I think is a little bit of a question mark. But listen, Ange has made his decision based on fresh, new and players that want to progress with Tottenham and aren't stale. I'm glad we haven't gone with a Dyer. I'm glad we haven't gone with a Sanchez, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to think of it this way. If you have a starting lineup, these 3 are always going to be in there if they're healthy. So, you know, these are good appointments. I think that Romero is a leader at the back. I think that Maddison will be that leader in the midfield, and Son will be the leader in general, but obviously at the top. So he's really covered all his bases. Ange knows what he's doing. So I'm happy with this.
I absolutely love that photo there. It brings a smile to my face. It brings me reason for optimism because HeungMinSon leading the line. You can see he wants to be here. He is that main figurehead at Tottenham. And then you've got the likes of Romero, who brings that fire, that big tackles that brings the Tottenham fans off their seat. And then you've got the calm, cool, collected James Maddison. Speaks so well in interviews. You can tell he's happy to be here. He's quoted saying he saw himself in that Spurs shirt. He rejected other opportunities such as Newcastle to be here. And I feel like he's going to come across really well to the fans and especially in the dressing room. So I think that balanced trio there in our picture is going to be the key to a big Tottenham rebuild.
Like it. I don't have much to add, Jack. Hook, line, and sinker. Get that one clipped. Andre, over to you for the next bit of news. And guys, if you haven't 6 minutes in, smash that like button. Please do. We were getting 100, 150 likes. And listen, appreciate all the support. Absolutely loving it. But let's see if we can get 100 likes again. I know we can. And the Spurs-related balls have been in great form recently. So big yourselves up, every single one of you.
Perfect. So, I mean, it's the talk of the town. If you guys haven't checked out that deep analysis that me and James did last week, go check that one out. But yeah, Gift Orban is the talking point now, especially now that Kane has left. They've placed a price tag. It looks like somewhere around the £20 million mark plus add-ons is the realistic option of what we'd be able to discuss in order to get him. And I mean, we've discussed it, right? He's a great player. But Jack, what do you think of him? I don't think I've heard your opinion yet.
I think he's extremely fast. He's versatile, but he's just a natural-born finisher. I've done a bit of background research, and he was never really come through an academy system in Nigeria. He's kind of one that's just completely landed on the map, and is a natural-born finisher. It's clearly something that just comes. He's born to play football, but he's only discovered that talent in the last couple of years. He's absolutely ripped the Belgian league apart. Even in the Europa Conference qualifiers, I think he scored 4 goals in 2 games. So clearly, he's impresses in Europe, not just in the Belgian league. Maybe it's got to be done now before other teams start coming in. For me, I'm not 100% certain that he's going to have the ability to come straight into our starting lineup, but I think he's only 21 years of age. He's young. It'll be nice for him to work alongside Richarlison. For me, it's an opportunity that we've got to go for, especially if the scouts there think that he's a player that can fill the boots or at least bring a different dimension to Harry Kane we had previously.
No, I agree. And I think that Ange's system really suits these pacey, strong players who can hit on the counter and play very high up the line all the time. I feel like when we had Kane, it was always about, making sure that we were doing the best that worked for him, pace-wise and everything. That's why Kane would just play deep and everything. But now we're talking about a team that is filled with pacey players. HeungMinSon, who can go between striker or center forward or left wing or even on the right wing sometimes. So honestly, whatever player we bring in, I know that HeungMinSon's going to be in there to help them out. So, I mean, James, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the versatility is obviously great. Now, obviously, Kane's gone. We move on, but you can play Richarlison at 9. You could play Sonny at 9. If Gift Orban comes in, you could play him at 9. You've got Valise. You've got Dane Scarlett. I don't think we're lacking striker options, although we should replace Kane. I think actually for now, we're probably going to be all right because I think we've actually got wingers that can play up front as well, like you said, Andre. And I also think we potentially need another right-sided player, but that's maybe for another video. But I think Gift Orban would be a fantastic signing and could be as little as 20 to 25 million, which in this market isn't crazy. Even if it was 30 million, like some reports suggest, I think it would still be a very sensible signing for a player that's 21 years of age and is getting a goal a game. That seems invaluable to me.
Yeah, well, speaking of players that would be a bit more right-sided, we do have one link of Orban and Johnson, who Spurs have been eyeing. And, it seems like they want to bring him in as sort of like a competition for Kulusevski, brought to you by The Athletic. Charlie Eccleshare has been saying that this is someone that we would have tried to go for even if Kane had stayed. So definitely keep a lookout because I feel like we still have some time in this transfer window to go. And with all this money we're about to bring in, crossing my fingers. I hope that means we bring in good signings, quality signings, even if it's just 2, but make sure they're quality. Don't bring me 5 that will get moved on within 2 seasons.
For me, just to add to this Brennan Johnson saga, I guess, I feel like he's a very talented player. He's young, he's homegrown, but I know he's Welsh, but they still count in the quota, I'm pretty sure. But I just feel like it's a lot of money on an unproven winger/striker, especially for a rotational option. I feel like there's other holes that need to be filled. I think even looking at the fullback areas, we're weaker there. I think we need another centre half, and we probably need another centre mid, really, before we even add another winger. Or if we are going to add a winger, I'd rather spend less money on a winger and spend more money on the defence, because I feel like Brennan Johnson is a lot of money. £50 million for someone who is not a guaranteed goal scorer. He missed a massive chance against Arsenal today. There's a lot of talent there, but for me, I think we need to see another solid year from him before we spend that sort of money.
Yeah, I mean, 13 goal contributions in 44 matches isn't ideal, but you never know. Maybe the right system will do something.
Just quickly for me, I like Brennan Johnson. I think he's a good player. He presses. He's sort of actually a very good player for an Ange system, but 40-50 million for a player that's a bit of a risk, like Andre's saying, 14 goal contributions in 40 games. Yeah, he's playing for Nottingham Forest, but I think we can do better, guys. I think we can do better, and that's nothing against Brennan Johnson. I think he is a superb player, but 50 million, I don't think is worth it. And then he'd have a lot of pressure on him, and he wouldn't even probably be starting a lot of games. So I just don't. I don't get this link. The next link I do get.
100%.
Oh yeah, you view Toney. To be fair though, he was in the top 3 or top 4 Premier League goals leaders last season before all the controversy happened and the ban was brought in.
He's such a player. Ivan Toney is literally unbelievable in my opinion. I think he's criminally underrated. I think he's fast. I think he's direct. I think he's fantastic with his back to goal. He's a natural born finisher. He's English, which also fits another homegrown quota. And I don't think we can get much better than him. I really don't. I think we know what we're getting. He's playing in a solid Brentford side, but imagine what he would do with the likes of Kulusevski, Maddison, Son feeding him balls, especially in a high aggressive attacking system under Postecoglou, when Brentford previously played 3 at the back in kind of a counter-attacking system, which is a good team, but I think he'd be so good. And yes, we'd have to wait for his betting situation to blow over, which is probably going to, I think his ban ends in around January. And actually, fun fact for you guys, I think his first game back would actually be against Tottenham. I saw that in an Alistair Gold video yesterday. I think he's so good. I really do. And I think you'd be getting a lot out of him for 50 to 60 million pounds. And a guy entering his prime, I think he's 27 years of age. It's a no-brainer. I really would love to see him working alongside Richarlison. You've got a lot of option there. He's creative. He's a born goal scorer. I would love this signing, guys. I know I'm rambling on, but genuinely, I think he's brilliant.
Yeah, my prediction. Yeah. Here, go ahead, James.
I was just gonna say my prediction is very quickly. I can echo what Jack says completely. I think he's a very good player, and I would like to sign him for the right price. But I think it's one we're going to get in January. I know the quote is for the winter window, but I can see it happening in January. I really can, because I think we'll maybe not be lacking goals. I think we'll score a lot of goals and concede a lot of goals this year. I think we're going to score like as many as last year, if not more. Plus concede probably more as well. That's my prediction.
Did you see a pre-contract agreement, something going on there like Chelsea did with Nkunku? Or do you think because of the betting allegations it might not be able to materialise this soon?
I don't think we'll sign him till January. I don't think we'll be in talks with him till then either.
Yeah. Okay. Also, you know what I think? I think that this is all in the, I guess, in the reality where Richarlison does not live up to it in this 6 months. I think we've given him a full season to prove something and nothing happened. Now that Kane's gone, it really is his opportunity to step up, no matter which position he ends up getting. And if he doesn't do it, Toney's right there, ready to come in if.
Andre, I hear what you're saying, but I think Tottenham teams previously we had 3 or 4 amazing attackers. If you're looking at before the Pochettino era, we had like Defoe, Pavlyuchenko, Van der Vaart, all competing for one spot, and you had 3 fantastic strikers all in one spot. And I feel like Harry Kane was so good; he was probably the best striker in the world that no one would be willing to compete with him. But Tottenham are previously known as this amazing attacking front-footed side. You're going to need more than one striker to compete for that spot. And that's why I like the idea of having a Toney and Richarlison and the Valise all competing for that one spot. I think it brings competition higher and it's going to lead to better output on the pitch, especially when a Richarlison can play out wide. Toney can even play deeper. I think you add to your strengths already, but that's a conversation for another day.
I agree. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Bosh. Like it.
The final thing, guys, I guess the elephant in the room is just take a hot second to just say thank you to Harry Kane. When I woke up today, I live all the way in Canada, so this news came to me bright and early in the morning. I teared up a little when I saw the video that he was truly gone. It feels weird that he's gone, but I mean, you know, I guess he scored goals for fun here. I can't imagine what he'll do at Bayern. So thank you, Harry Kane.
Yeah, no, echo your thoughts. I was when I saw it this morning. Obviously, we knew it was coming, but like I almost didn't believe it till I saw it, and even when I read it, I then didn't believe it. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel right. But yeah, but what you're saying, Andre, wish him all the best. Of course, absolute legend, probably the best player I've seen in the last 10 years in a Spurs shirt. I think the only player I can think of that gets close to that is sort of Gareth Bale, from my point of view, but. What a player. I mean, he's the best number 9 in football. Bayern Munich have got a special player. And I hope he goes on and wins stuff. Like, they're 2-0 down right now as we're recording this, by the way. And he's on the bench. So maybe he'll come on and make an impact. It looks like their striker's struggling. But, yeah, what a player. And I got to admit, I was a little bit emotional this morning. It felt like we've been... Your girlfriend had left you or something. Do you know what I mean? It was horrible. It was horrible. But... yeah, do you know what? All the best, Harry, and yeah, what great memories we will treasure. People will say, haha, you didn't win a trophy, but at the end of the day, that's not everything in the football. I still had a lot of great memories.
Yeah, words can't do Harry Kane justice because he honestly gave me some of the best moments of my life being a Spurs fan. He was sensational, and I tell you what, I would love to see him back in one capacity, and I'm sure he will be. Harry Kane, you were special. You are special, and go win something because you deserve it. But yeah, he'll do us justice. I'm sure he'll be back. I hope he is.
Yeah.
There we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. Little mixed-up one, transfer news, Harry Kane at the end. But guys, please do, as I said, smash that like button. Andre and Jack, you've been superb. And as always, guys, remember... Come on, you Spurs!
What, Spurs?